Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I hope you are enjoying good health. This is ninth lecture of research methodology. In the previous lecture, we discussed about an academic journal, impact factor of a journal, submission of a research paper, role of the editor and the peer review process. In this lecture, we will discuss in detail about plagiarism and ethics of research. Everyone knows that plagiarism is something to be avoided, but not everyone is sure precisely what it is. In this lecture, we will study about plagiarism, what is plagiarism and how we can avoid it. According to the concise Oxford Dictionary, plagiarism is defined as taking and using the thoughts, writings, and inventions of another person as one's own. I use this statement from the reference number 1, which is given in the end of the lecture. Plagiarism is a specific form of cheating which is almost wholly found in respect of course assignments and theses completed by the students independently. Plagiarism includes but is not limited to verbatim copying, near verbatim copying, or purposely paraphrasing portions of another author's paper or unpublished report without citing or referencing the exact reference, which is the most common approach in the plagiarism. Copying elements of another author's paper, such as equations or illustrations that are not common knowledge, or copying or intentionally paraphrasing sentences without citing the sources. Plagiarism is taking another person's computer file or program, submitting another person's work as one's own, the use of unacknowledged material published on the web. Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia on the web, describes and explains plagiarism as the unauthorized use or close imitation of the language and thoughts of another author and the representation of them as one's own original work. Within academia, plagiarism by students, professors, or researchers is considered academic dishonesty or academic fraud. Now we see how we can avoid the plagiarism. Number 1. Use of quotations. Remember that if you use the exact words in your source, these should appear in quotation marks and be referred by the book or article and the page on which the quote appears. Number 2 is paraphrasing. This is putting someone else's views into your own words. To a certain extent, any essay which relies on reading a series of texts will contain a significant amount of paraphrasing. There are two key things to remember in this case to ensure that it cannot be thought to be plagiarism. Do not use only one source, use more than one sources when you are writing the text. Acknowledge all sources that you have used in your thesis. Cite the sources properly. You have to cite all the sources you have used in your thesis. Always cite any web sources that you have used. Now we see what are citation, reference, and bibliography mean. Citing is formally recognizing in your text the source or sources from which you obtain the information. For example, Spring considers that the Norman tactics were misguided but ultimately successful in Spring in 1998. This is the citing the reference. While Summer has long argued that it was only the exhaustion of the Anglo-Saxon forces which permitted the Norman victory, this statement was stated by Summer in 1992. So this is the way the paper is cited. Citation is the act of quoting. It means the passage or words which you have directly taken from a source and reproduced in your text. The source of the quote should always be given with it. Bibliography is the list of sources which you have used in completing the thesis, including electronic sources such as websites, etc. Reference is the detailed description of the item from which you have obtained a specific piece of information. So in the above example, you would place in your bibliography the details of the work as Spring A.B. 1998, The Norman Conquest, New Approaches. This is the title of the book. Clarendon Press, Oxford. This book was published in 1998. So this is the complete reference. About the style and format of references we have discussed in the previous lecture. Dear students, now we discuss about penalties for teachers and researchers for doing plagiarism. According to the Higher Education Commission of Pakistan plagiarism policy, in cases where most of the paper or key results have been exactly copied from any published work of other people without giving the reference to the original work, then a major penalty of dismissal from service may be prescribed by the competent authority. Along with the offender may be blacklisted or may not be eligible for employment in any academic research organization, and the notification of blacklisting of the author may be published in the print media or may be publicized on different websites. In case where some paragraphs including some key results have been copied without citation, then a moderate penalty involving any one or both of the following needs to be imposed by the competent authority: demotion to the next lower grade, or the notification of blacklisting of the author, which may be published in the print media or may be publicized on different websites. So these are the penalties for teachers and researchers if they do plagiarism in their thesis or in their research papers. Moreover, in case a few paragraphs have been copied from an external source without giving reference of that work, then minor penalties need to be prescribed for a specified period involving any one or more of the following: warning or freezing of all research grants, or the promotions or annual increments of the offender may be stopped for a specified period, and HEC or the university or organization may debar the offender from sponsorship of research funding, travel grant, supervision of PhD students, scholarship, fellowship, or any other funded program for a period as deemed appropriate by the Plagiarism Standing Committee of the university. So these are the minor penalties for the teachers if they do plagiarism. Now we discuss about penalties for students for plagiarism. When an act of plagiarism is found to have occurred, the Plagiarism Standing Committee, in its recommendations, depending upon the seriousness of the proving offence, will advise the Vice Chancellor or Rector to take any one or combination of the following disciplinary actions against the student that is found guilty of the offence. In the case of thesis, the responsibility of plagiarism will be of the student and not of the supervisor. The offender may be expelled or rusticated from the university and from joining any institution of higher education in Pakistan for a period as deemed appropriate by the Plagiarism Standing Committee. A notice may be circulated among all academic institutions and research organizations to this effect. The offender may be demoted to a lower class. The offender may be given a failure grade in the subject. The offender may be fined an amount as deemed appropriate. So these are the penalties for the students if he or she do plagiarism in his thesis, Ethics in Research. Now we discuss some ethics in research. When most people think of ethics or morals, they think of rules for distinguishing between right and wrong. Ethics are norms for conduct that distinguish between acceptable and unacceptable behavior. We now discuss a general summary of some ethical principles which are presented by David B. Resnick. Number 1 is honesty. Strive for honesty in all scientific communications. Honestly report data, results, methods and procedures, and publication status. Do not fabricate, falsify, or misrepresent data. Do not deceive colleagues, research sponsors, or the public. Integrity. Keep your promises and agreements. Act with sincerity. Strive for consistency of thought and action. Carefulness. Avoid careless errors and negligence. Carefully and critically examine your work and the work of your peers. Keep good records of research activities such as data collection, research design, and correspondence with agencies or journals. Openness. Share data, results, ideas, tools, and resources with other researchers. Be open to criticism and new ideas. Respect for intellectual property. Honor patents, copyrights, and other forms of intellectual property. Do not use unpublished data, methods, or results without permission of other researchers. Give proper acknowledgement or credit for all contributors to the research. Never plagiarize. Confidentiality. Protect confidential communications such as papers or grants submitted for publication, personal records, trade or military secrets, and patient records. Respect for colleagues. Respect your colleagues and treat them fairly. Social responsibility. Strive for promotion of social good and prevent or mitigate social harms through research, public education, and advocacy. Non-discrimination. Avoid discrimination against colleagues or students on the basis of sex, race, ethnicity, or other factors not related to scientific competence and integrity. Now we discuss about research misconducts. Number 1 is fabrication, making up data or results and recording or reporting them. Making up means मन घड़ अपनी तरफ से results बनाना. Falsification, manipulating research materials or changing or omitting data or results such that the research is not accurately represented in the research record. Manipulating means नकली research material इकट्ठा करना. Plagiarism, the misuse of another person's ideas, processes, results, or words without giving appropriate credit to them. So dear students, this is the end of our lecture. In this lecture we have discussed about plagiarism. how to avoid the plagiarism, penalties for teachers and researchers for doing plagiarism, penalties for students for plagiarism, and ethics in research. I have used these references in making this lecture. Number one is HEC plagiarism policy, which can be found in this link. Number two is the Little Book of Plagiarism, which can be downloaded from this link. And number three is the book What is Ethics in Research and Why It is Important. This is written by David B. Resnick, JD. In the next lecture, we will discuss about typing the research report in Scientific Workplace, SWP, installation of SWP, sample thesis writing, saving and closing or opening the document in SWP. Take care of yourself and your family. Allah Hafiz.